Hi, I'm Kaylin Dickerson. I am the founder of Kingdom Community Rise, and my goal with my organization is really to support youth serving organizations in using evidence and data to create powerful and impactful programs for youth. This video that I created, Survey Analysis for Program Planning, is really important because so many organizations get to the point of data collection, but then that data goes into a black hole and we don't know what to do with it. So, what you'll see on the screen in the video is some data that was collected in a pre programmed survey. That pre programmed survey was collected from a small group of young adults, and I used that data to analyze it, pull out some key trends, and I'll use those trends to inform the program staff who will be developing the program. This is important because we want to get in the habit of developing evidence-based programs, using our evidence to inform how a program runs rather than waiting to the end of the program to try to develop some type of understanding of what happened. So in this video, you'll see me quickly analyzing some program data, pulling out some key practice points, and identifying what new knowledge I can give to the program staff who will be developing the program. So I'll be starting with data that's already been input from a survey, and I want to learn more about this cohort of participants and where their skill level is. So the first thing I'll do is I want to make a chart. So to do so, I'm going to start with one question. I'm going to highlight the column that the data is in. I'll go to Insert, Chart. The cool thing about Google is that it creates the charts for you. So we're going to end up with a pie chart. And this pie chart will tell us how participants rated themselves on each question of this self-rated skills survey. So I'm going to do this a few more times with each of the questions. There are about 10 or 12 of them. So my next step is to create a new sheet where I can easily see all of the data for this particular question on their skills rating. So I labeled the new sheet business skills. I want one column for their skills, and then I want separate columns for each skills rating. You'll notice that I grouped together okay and good for this particular project because it's self-rated. There's not a huge difference between the two. I really want to highlight where there will be new experiences, where there is room for improvement, and where there are strengths. So you see that I've listed all of the different skills that participants have rated themselves on in this sheet. And on the left side of the screen, I'm referencing the graphs that I made earlier in the video. So now I'm filling in the percentages according to the graph. When I finish filling in all of these percentages, it might be a little bit challenging to really read and interpret. So in this example, I'm going to actually sort the data so that I can more easily identify which skills will be new experiences for participants. I'm going to go to data, sort range. I'm going to sort by never tried it, and I'm going to sort from greatest to smallest. So after sorting, I've learned that these two skills will be new experiences for at least half or more of the participants. So I'm actually going to try this again and start to record the results. I'll do the same process for sorting the sheet, but now I'm interested in where are our participants' strengths. So I'm going to actually sort by the okay or good percentage and from greatest to least. For this particular project, I'm looking at strengths as a cohort. Strengths will be considered skills that at least half of the participants have rated themselves as good or excellent in. So I'm going to create a little section where I can detail which skills are participant strengths. Next, I'll list the strengths below so I can easily refer back to them. And I'll repeat the same process for the new experiences because I didn't list them before. So after going through this whole process, I actually end up with a deeper understanding of where participant skills lie. I've outlined which skills will be new experiences, which skills are not necessarily new experiences, but participants have identified that they need to improve upon, then which skills participants consider strengths. All of these are important when considering or planning a program, especially a training or learning program, because now I can take this to my trainers and say, our participants will be exposed to these skills for the very first time. So this is an area where we really have to concentrate our training. Then I can say, well, our participants have been exposed to the next 5 sets of skills, but they've identified that there's skills that they need improvement upon. And then in terms of participant strengths, there are 3 sets of skills that participants have identified themselves as being proficient in. So this is an area where we can leverage those strengths as an asset to create dialogue and reciprocal learning between the participants. Outlining the spectrum of skills is important in program planning and implementation, and ideally you want to have this understanding before implementing programs so that you can tailor programs according to the data. This is how you create data-driven programs. This will also be very useful in terms of comparing the post-program survey. Of course, we want to see improvements in these skill areas, particularly skill areas where participants have never tried or identified needing improvement in. I offer consulting services to help youth-serving organizations achieve impactful, evidence-based programs. I offer a range of services. Content included in this video is one of the services. If you need help with developing an evaluation project, learning how to talk about the success of your programs, planning programs, and implementing them, or if you're interested in learning more about staff trainings so that you can do this at your own organization, please contact me via email or through my website for a free consultation. For more information about how you can do this at your organization,